And with deciding to kind of self-publish all this, I don't know if there's really a traditional route, I guess, for, like
Not at
with novels, there's a traditional route. You can either try to get traditionally published or you can
all.
self-publish. Comics, though, it's kind of like you just kind of start your own
Completely.
thing and go for it.
Yeah, no, actually, it's a real wild, wild west. And I think a lot of comic writers have been, in the struggle for years, years and years and years. So even the guys at the top of the food chain, they'll still say it's a tough, industry.
Hmm.
But I've definitely, been trying. Besides, the obvious like places like the Amazon, and I've actually just recently found a print publisher here within my country, South Africa, and I'll reach out to the UK and America and slowly try and find those connections as I grow. But one of the ones is I've actually looked at blockchain and Web3. When it comes to NFT ownership and being able to sell and trade comics online, just like NFTs,
Hmm.
and it's a company called D-Reader, but it's a completely new stepping stone in the industry. And if anything, I've actually found more progress building up a community online and stuff with them because of the whole Web3 environment. Everyone lives online in the Discord channel, and while I'm creating, it allows me to share sketches and drawings and that before the artwork even gets developed to the comic. So it allows you to actually build up a community around your story and your work before you even try to get to the publishing stage. With publishing, it's a lot of, thank you, I'm glad you like my work, and we can get the book published and put on a bookshelf. But is anyone going to pick it out of the thousands of books or whatever is in front of them? So this way, it's sort of I'm actually allowed to communicate with my interested readers and the people that like my work, and actually get to the point of saying, hey, let's read this and evolve the story together.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the whole point of why I started this YouTube channel too, was I started it with my brother originally, and it was one thing, and it's morphed and now it's just me doing it. But it's called Writing Quest because I haven't published anything. It's on the quest of me doing it. And I thought this very similar thing of like, man, if I could just kind of build an audience while I'm doing this, we live in such a crazy time where anyone can have access to building an audience and doing something. And so
Not completely.
very similar, just like, hey, maybe if I work on building an audience while also writing things, when I get to the end, there's maybe an actual group of people who care about what I'm doing.
No, completely. I think that's with the whole social media, even TikTok and that. Not that I know much of TikTok use, but this is all new media and industry that allows you to actually grow yourself. Um, so that's definitely something I've been trying to move towards more than just trying to stay in the studio and keep creating. You actually got to step out of the studio and be a bit of a social person and actually connect with other people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it depends too on there's a lot of people like who do YouTube, for instance, is a best example. Um that they're doing things for shock value, or they're just trying to like do whatever. But
Oh,
I think there's a great, you only really what if there's a saying or something about this where it's like you only really need like 1,000 true fans, like real people that actually care about it. And that's so much more attainable now for people than it's ever been. And it's just a really cool time to be a creative for sure.
yeah, I mean, if anything, you've always got to as well keep up with all the tech and that's coming with it, all the different communication medias and that.
Hmm.
But so it's like I say, you can't just spend too much time in the front of the drawing pad. You've actually got to step out your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. The technology, like the D reader, like I've not heard of that, which is not surprising because there's so much technology coming out all the time for.
Oh, they're very as well. So yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, if you've got time, definitely click through. What's really great about them is they've got some fantastic indie creators,
Mhm.
and these are all stories that are being sold and read by, I suppose you call them Web3 community members, people that purchase, sell, and trade on the Solana blockchain.
Hmm.
And it's a completely new industry, So now you can actually buy, let's say there's only 1,000 comics of this particular one that goes out. You buy, whether it's one or five of them, and now you actually have the power to not only whether you keep them or actually sell them on the open market, the NFT market. So it's a completely new ecosystem, but I think it has a lot of legs to grow.
Hmm.
And I think as well, people. It's one thing just to own a digital comic. It's another thing to own something that actually has some uniqueness to it, sort of like a limited edition
Hmm.
version of that comic. It comes with artwork that's done by a unique artwork, a unique artist
Hmm.
for the cover artwork that is.
Yeah.
So these are all things that they're exploring and trying to do, and as well within their technology that actually allow us creators to add a digital signature to a comic and all that. So again, trying to build up the community, using the right tech to try and do it. It's all new and it's actually quite a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and figuring out how to make it feel special, and I think that's what's cool about the NFT stuff. I'm not super tech savvy on that side of things, but it's one thing to just send a PDF and here's the thing, but then if you can actually create with the NFT technology something it's got a special piece of art or it's got a special signature, it's got something in it that makes it very unique, is it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, and I think that's where they're trying to take this sort of digital tech and all that. And of course, what's really great is they catering for regular web users. So you can always just come with your credit card and just buy and build up your portfolio or your profile with all these different indie creator comics.
Hmm. Yeah, and so that's it with the indie scene. I feel like it's really blown up right now. Indie comics. There's
Oh
a
yeah, that's for sure.
there's a lot going on. Have you heard of the Ripaverse? I don't know if you've seen them around. Um,
No, I have no.
they're here in
Is it?
America, but they like raised $3 million or something for this one comic they made, and then like it's just popping up all of a sudden. I'm seeing all these comics, and then you sent me an email with Dino Dames, and I'm like, there's just comics everywhere. Like it's crazy. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's like there's some big brands as well in the NFT space are now suddenly diving into comics and storytelling. And I think you know what it is. It's a whole new media that I think people have gained more interest in.
Hmm.
They actually want to be told a story about whether it's a product or a character. They don't just want it to be sort of face value. They want something that's a little bit deeper,
Hmm.
so they actually have a connection with what they're actually buying or getting into.
Yeah.
And that comes big from gaming as well.
Yeah.
We live very much in a gaming generation now, I think.